Here we go. And he stood there. He refuses to leave the barrier.
Hey there, Mugs. Moz here from Mugs HQ, the award-winning show, the Trial Hards. We're back. They're all the awards that we've won. Anyway, we move on because you're only as good as your last tip. Walsh Bay looks to be a serious 2-year-old. JJ Atkins contender, we'll find out. Gambling Greek as well was a good one at the price. So we've gone 2 from 3. And of course, there's a couple of Trial Hards coming soon that will sure be following through the mug book. But this week, what are we, the 10th today? It's a Thursday, it's a Friday. Don't really know what day it is in Mugsville, but more winners. That's what you guys and girls are after. So Doomben trials, 20 plus throughout the week. Found some more winners coming your way. A couple of really nice ones that I think we'll get some prices in and made in there as well. But remember to just skip through past all my BS if you don't want to follow along, because I'll chuck them up at the end. But hey, we're here to take down the bookies. Mugs unite. Let's do it. Hello there, Mugs. Geez, I feel like a bit of Tim Narky in the corner here. That'd be pretty sweet to have the $1 million in play money in the bank. But anyway, not one that we're going to follow here, but one that we're intrigued to have a look at. It's a horse that jumps out in the light blue and blue silks called Bubble Rock. So here he is in the black cap, shooting through to the front. So interesting runner. Now with the Tony Gollan stable, a former American horse comes through a sort of similar form lines as Princess Grace, who probably, I don't think she was a Group 1 winner, but she was very, very close there in the spring. Stradbroke is in the market, so 101 shot, and let's just straight go to the straights. Bit too far, got too excited, but look how big of a horse he is, and look, not really asked to do a lot. I think Ryan Maloney rode this morning. I've heard that Kia Ora stud, don't crucify me there, but they brought her out I should say, for a Stradbroke, Tats Tiara, and then off to the breeding barn. So look, maybe one to just keep an eye out in the trials and the form guide in coming weeks. Bubble Rock, not one for the trial hards. Didn't think the trial was that great, but an intriguing runner for sure. Why not talk about it? Alrighty then, Mugs. This is what you're following me for. Trial number 4. We found one here. Jakey Bayless on board for Jack Bruce. We're looking at the blue, similar to Bubble Rock there. She drives a Bentley, an unraced 2-year-old, over the 1,000 meters here. Jake jumped too well, says, hey girl, come back to me now. Shovels back in the field. I think there's a bit of pace on because this trial was pretty quick for the morning there. But again, we'll skip forward because she does her best work late here. So starts to loop the field. And this would have been probably a heavy, if not a soft 7 that day. But here we are. We're about 17 wide. Realizes, hey, I'm not really going to push her out. I'm going to let them do it. And just look at the vigor, especially that horse in front of him there. Just gives her a tickle there, and she absolutely just picks up through the line here, under a hold, runs through untouched. Really like seeing those kind of trials because, you know, she's keeping up with them without really being asked for an effort. So they're saving something up the sleeve, and as you can see past the post, yeah, right up with them. So really nice one there. That's an encryption filly out of No Bentley for Me. So those encryptions go good from what they tell us. Okay, Mugs. On to trial number 5, a horse called Surprise Honey. So in the Huddy colours here, so those new to Queensland racing, you'll be familiar with them. Straight to the front. Now look, bit of speed here shown by the Gollan unraced 2-year-old. Interestingly enough, $800,000 Magic Millions purchase out of a Group 1 mare, Belmer, who won a Sangstar Stakes down there in Radelaide. So look, not often you see a bit of price tag on some of these fillies, but just look at it here. Angela Jones, I'm pretty sure has the right here. She's one of the Mugs' favourites, but just puts him to the sword right about, boom, now. Absolute cruise control, really lengthens. Time was stellar as well for the morning here. Gives her that tap just to really put him to the sword. So, extreme choice filly out of a Group 1 winning mare. The horse that is coming home third now, trialled her right there, but this filly looks to be a bit of a class above. So probably too soon for a JJ. She might not get that trip. This is over 1,000, but maybe a black type there over the Winter Carnival. She might pop up and we can hopefully get a price. So one to follow there, Surprise Honey. On to trial number 8 here, Mugs, and we're looking at one express payment from the Heathcote Yard. Big Martin Harley party dog on board, but orange cap, that's most important because there's a second one there as well. So 3-year-old, again unraced, so this is where we find the Mugs, but shows plenty of good early speed, and Big Martin, he just sort of doesn't know what to do. Just twiddles in no man's land. Look, the horse has done no work to get there, which is always what you want to see. But let's fast forward to see what the Rich Enough gelding does next. In the straight here now, you can see the orange cap there. Look, he's boxed up behind the 2 leaders there. This thing down the outside just takes that run for him as well. So as you can see, yep, nowhere to go. Decides to just put the cue in the rack, let the horse sort of travel through the line untapped. But look, a good sneaky run. You can still see he's got a lap full of horse there. So trial 10, 3-year-old maiden. Now, look, this is a bit of a, I don't know what to make of a trial, but we're watching Princess Cayuga here. I think it's the Eureka colours there. Chris Waller, Jimmy Orman. So big man Uncle Chris said, hey, Jim Bob, you're on board. Look at that early speed. Mum was a Vinery Stakes runner-up, Nurse Kitchen. I remember that horse. Didn't win a Group 1, but stayer is what we want from this horse. So zip from 4 starts, but first prep, classic Waller, they go 10, 1,000, 1,200, 1,400, 1,600, bred to get over 2,400 plus, so did nothing. But Jimmy's pretty kind to her here, just sort of does nothing, to be honest, just lets the filly roll along. And look, the leader here, one of Golan's, I think could have a little bit of ability. The name is Lantau Island. So clicks up here, the leader. We're watching the whole trial, it's only 1,000 metres. But this horse is sticking with until the burner's going now. But for a horse that's going to get, well, bred to get over 2,000 plus, not a bad little showing. So I'd imagine the first prep, all in New South Wales, up to Queensland now. We'll probably work through the grades. So look for it as it sort of probably gets to that 18, 2,000. But of course, you follow Moz, you follow the Mugs, we let you know. Look at that, best work late. Okay, Mugs, last one for this week's edition. Jump to trial 20. There really wasn't a whole lot in between, so we skip to the good part. Chris Muntz here, a horse named Crypto Share. So we've got a 3-year-old out of Overshare, jumps the widest there in the green with the yellow armband. So this heat's not too bad. That's Miss Coo to the stablemate. She's a fast horse. She's a winner, over 2-year-old. Love Archie's in there as well, and another one, Surfers Something, which is a Class 3, Class 4 horse, but does it wide here. And look, I don't know if that's tactics on the day just for the good ground, but probably wants to go a bit more, I reckon, this horse. Huxley is sort of holding him under a hold there, and as soon as they get to the outside, it really just lets this 3-year-old go. Kyle Wilson-Taylor, apologies, they're K-Dubs T, Group 1 winning jock. So it looks to be in for a big prep. Absolutely bolted in on debut at $1.30, $1.40, and then actually started a $3.50 favourite against Abounding in a 3-year-old open handicap. So there must be a little bit of stable tick-tick boxes there, because they don't start like that. And Abounding's obviously gone on to some pretty good things. So in the slow-mo replay here, look, horse looks to be travelling. K-Dubs doesn't do too much. That is one to follow first up. Hopefully the next few weeks, if not, coming up soon on Wednesday at Ipswich. There you go, Mugs. Remember, quality over quantity. That only applies to this segment, not bets there on a Saturday, because it's absolutely stacked. But hey, the graphic's up now if you want a screenshot for those trialers to look out for. Of course, if you can't be bothered doing that, just make sure you follow the Mugs. I'm sure you are already. That's why you're seeing this. But we'll pop up the feed when they're coming to town and whether we think that they're a bet or not. So good luck on Saturday. Take them down. I'll see ya when I see ya.
Pop another bottle.